अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस एंड वेलकम बैक टू आवर चैनल। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट बासित एंड नाउ वी आर स्टार्टिंग एक्सरसाइज 2.2 ऑफ सेकंड ईयर मैथ्स चैप्टर स्ट्रेट लाइन. If you have any problem in exercise 2.1, you can comment me or you can ask me. And now we are discussing about the exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2 is all based on the ratio. It is all based on the ratio, and the main question, and it is the simplest question of this exercise, is what is the ratio. So anyone can answer it. So the ratio means the division. What does this mean, the division? Okay, I will explain you. If we have a certain length of a bar, in of anything of a bar or anything which we have the length, and we want to cut it, but we are not given to cut as into 2 centimeter and 3 centimeter. We are given that cut in the ratio of 2 ratio 4, something is 2 ratio 3. If we have the length of 5 centimeter, or if we have the length of different, so we can cut it in the ratios. And the main question is that the point of division. This is what is the mean of point of division. The point where we will divide the length, the point where we will divide the length of the bar, that's called the point of division. It has the x-axis, it has the y-axis, and some length. And we have its formula: x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 m2. What are these values? Here m1 and m2 are considered, we will consider it as ratio. M1 is the first ratio, here we have m1, and m2 we have is the second ratio. What is the mean of first ratio, second ratio? If we have the length of 5 centimeter or maybe 12 centimeter of a bar, and we are supposed to cut it on the ratio of 4 ratio 2. So the 4 is ratio 2, means m1 is equal to 4 and m2 is equal to 2. This is we called m1 ratio m2. And what is this x and what is this y? Okay, if we want to draw a graph, and to draw the length of any bar, to draw a bar on a graph, we know the x-axis, we know its y-axis of 2 points. We have 2 coordinates, 2 points of a bar, 2 corners of a bar, and both corners have some x-axis and have some y-axis, and they have their length, which we know. But we don't know about the x-axis and y-axis and do coordinates. We can't draw it on the graph. And what is the mean of this x and y? This x and y is represent the point of division, where we will divide that length and into the ratio which we are asked to be cut the bar, or any of the length of the material. Okay, we have the another formula is midpoint formula. If we want to cut the bar into two middle parts, so we have the midpoint formula: x is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. And similarly we have, it is x is equal to, this is for the x-axis, and if we want to know about the y-axis division, we have the y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. It's simple. It is midpoint formula, means if we want to divide our length or our bar into two midpoints, into two equal parts. Yeah, midpoint mean divide into two equal parts. Then we have this x and y. We should know of this x and y, because this is the point of division. If you want to cut the bar and represent into in the graph, so graph always need two axes and two coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinate. So we need the point x coordinate and y coordinate of the point of division. So this x coordinate, y coordinate are the point of division of the bar. Now we have some questions. Okay, let's read. Find the coordinate. Okay, now we have to find the coordinates of the point which divide the joint. We have a joint of A. We have the coordinates of A is -3 and 7, and B we have the coordinates is 2 and 6. in the ratio. The ratio is given to us, and it's 2:5 and 3:2 respectively. What is the mean of respectively? That we have to solve individually, first for the ratio of 2:5, and then we will solve it 3:2. Don't mix both, okay? It will create some confusion. So take individually ratios and then solve. We will take first 2:5, and I am explaining to you what is the question and what they are asking to us and what they have given to us. Okay, find the coordinate. We have to find the coordinate of the point which divide the joint, means point of division. We have to find the point of division, and we have the bar, okay, and a straight bar, or maybe a vertical, maybe horizontal, maybe in some slope. We don't know about it. How we will know about it? Because we have the coordinates of this. A bar has two sides, a and b side, a corner and b corner, and a corner have two coordinates, x-axis and y-axis. In x-axis we have -3 and 7, and in y-axis, in x-axis we have -3, and in y-axis of a we have 7. Similarly, we have the b and its coordinate, and in the ratio, and we give the question given us the ratio of cutting the bar, okay, and we have the ratio of 2:5. Point of division, we have to find out the point of division and their coordinates, x coordinate and y coordinates. So we don't know x coordinate and y coordinates, so they are the required. And what we have given is the 2 points, and both a points and b points, they are the corner of any bar or any given material, and we both have the x coordinate and y coordinate. And now the main thing important is we have to write this thing. What is this? X1, x2, y1 and y2. This is simple. We have this a point and it has x coordinate, y coordinate. Similarly, we have b point, it has x coordinate, y coordinate. When we have 2 points and both have the x coordinate and both have the y coordinate, then we will differentiate it as x1 y1 and x2 y2. This is the first point, so we will differentiate and we will name it x1 and x2, and similarly we will name it x2 and y2. So we have written it in this x1 x2 and y1 y2. This will help you in using the formula in solving the problem. And we have the ratio m1 ratio m2. First we will solve with the ratio of 2:5 by ratio formula. Why we are using the ratio formula, or it is a formula of point of division? We are using this because and the question talks about the point of division. Find the coordinate of the point which divide the joint. Point of division, the question is asking us the point of division, so that's why we are putting the formula of point of division. That this is the most important thing, that we should know that why we are putting this formula. So we are putting the formula of point of division because the question asks to do so. So we have the point of formula is x is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 divided by m1 m2 in x coordinate, and similarly in y coordinate or in y axis we have m1 y2 plus m2 y1 divided by m1 plus m2. Now we put the values of this. We have m1 is 2, we put it, similarly x2 we have the 2 we put here, and then the sign of plus, and then m2 we have is 5, okay, and then x1 we have is 3. When we write this x1 x2 y1 y2, so it will help. So it is helping us putting the values. We are not going to find it from this point a and b. We have written it once, and now we are just copy it down from above, okay. We will multiply it, and then both, and then plus and minus. We have, why we are first multiply? Because we have the BODMAS rule that first multiplications and then minus, subtraction that we call, and then we have to subtract 4 minus 15, and we got minus 11, and we have denominator is 7, and we can't divide it more, so we put the answer here of x is equal to minus 11.7. and similarly in y, because we have the formula, then we will put the values and we will got the answer of y, x and y. why we know why we are finding both x and y, because the point of division wants to know, needs to know that what is the x-axis and what is the y coordinate or x coordinate. So we need both coordinates, and we have got it. We have x coordinate and y coordinate, and required point of division is -11 upon 7 and 47 upon 7, when the ratio is given to us as 2:5. Now look at here, when the ratio is 3:-2, we will change m1 and m2. Now m1 is equal to 3 and m2 is equal to -2. Just change the values and we will get the point of division again when the ratio is 3:-2. So what is the mean? First we have the ratio of 2:5, means the bar is cutting in the ratio of 2 and the other side have the ratio of 5. But now first side of ratio is 3 and the second side is -2. Why? What is -2? Means it is in negative, so we can make the difference between them. So we will find out the point of division. So we have already got it. Okay, and this question is very simple. Find the midpoint of the joint. In the midpoint, we know we have to cut both in the same equal parts, and we have the formula of midpoint. This is the formula of midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2, and we have the 2 points. This is point A and this is point B. X1 y1 x2 y2. We have these all the values and we have written this. And now what we will do is to put the values x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Now we have the x coordinate and y coordinate, and the required midpoint is 4 comma 0, means 4 in x-axis if you want to draw a graph of this. So we have to find, if you want to find out from where we will cut the bar. Okay, so we will go 4 unit in x-axis and 0 unit in y-axis. Then we will got to know that what is the point of division. Now that's the thing, and this is the term centroid. We have the both two terms is centroid and incircle. First we are discussing about the centroid of a circle. What is the mean of centroid of a circle? The centroid of a circle is this G. This G is called the centroid of a circle. What is the mean of this G and how we will get this G? This G will be get by if we draw a median from, if we suppose we have a triangle, we have the 3 side A, B and C. Forget about D, E, F and G, forget it. Say okay, then we will draw a median from B up to E, and we will draw a median from C up to C, and we will draw a median from A up to D. What is median? How? Okay, I am explaining you what is median. Median is actually the point of division or bisection. If we are making a median from point B, then we have to cut the front side. We have the front side is AC in the two middle parts, same equal length. That's called, what we call is median. We have other term that's called altitude. Both have the difference. If we median always cut the side from the center, in the center, just like this. This is E is the center, F is the center, D is the center, D is the center of BC. And if we draw a median from A, that means A will cut the BC into D, and this D will be the center of the BC. And similarly, if we draw a median from B, this will cut AC at E, and E is the midpoint of AC. That's the median. And if we are talking about altitude, altitude means just a straight line. It is not compulsory to cut the side from middle. No, if we are looking this triangle, this is equal triangle. So if we draw a perpendicular, so it will cut the front side, or maybe if we draw a perpendicular from A, it cut the BC at D, it is middle. But some triangles are not always like this, that if we draw a perpendicular from any point or any vertices, these ABC are called vertices. If we draw any perpendicular from vertices, it is not compulsory that they will always cut from center, cut at center. No, it is not compulsory. So that is the centroid. What is the centroid? The concurrency of the three medians. Say, okay, if we draw median from B, C and A, and these three medians are intersect at a point, or concurrence at a point, that point is called, what is it called? That's called centroid of a triangle. And if we are talking, take it is or more simple. Centroid is, we are taking the word centroid from center. This centroid of a triangle means it is a center of a triangle, and this is the process how we draw a center of a triangle. But don't worry about it, you don't have to draw it, you just assume it. Say, okay, if we are the question, and in that question we have the term centroid, so we will suppose like this. Okay, and we have the formula of centroid: x is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. Similarly, we have y is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3 divided by 3. Why we have x1 plus x2 and plus x3? Why we have three terms? Because triangle has three vertices, so that's why we have it's x1, x2, x3. Similarly, y1, y2 and y3. That's why the formula is in the three coordinates. Okay, I hope you got understand this. And now, sorry for the interruption. Okay, we have the question here: find the coordinate of a centroid. Simple. We have talking about the formula of centroid. Now we are going to solve the question of centroid. That's simple, and this is the simplest question of centroid, finding a centroid. And we have 3 points, and we have to find a centroid, and we represent centroid as G. That's not the problem from which letter you are representing. Okay, centroid, what I said earlier, that if we have the word of centroid, then we will assume this diagram, that A definitely cut the BC at the mid, or at their mid, and point at D, or whatever you want to name them. Okay, B cutting the AC at E at the middle, and similarly C is cutting AB at F. So we are assumed these things, and we have the coordinates of A, B and C, it is given. So that's similarly x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3. We have the formula of centroid: x1 plus x2 plus x3 divided by 3. Similarly, we have the formula of y coordinates. We will put all the values what we have and solve it. Now what we have is the required centroid. In the x-axis we have 7 upon 3, and in the y-axis we have 8 upon 3. Okay, that's the interesting question, I must say. What it is written in the question: find the ratio. We have to find the ratio in which y-axis. Okay, remember this thing, this is the key point of the question. If you don't look at the word, these small word, but these are the most important words, which if we ignore them, we can't solve it. So the main thing, and the what I can say is the key is to of solving the question is to read it properly. So find the ratio. We have to find the ratio in which y-axis divide. Remember this point, that y-axis divide, we have the point of division. Point of division what we have is y-axis divide the point, and the join. What we have the A, we have the A is minus 5 and 3, and we have the B is 8 and 6. What is 8 and 6? I have told you earlier that it is the coordinate. 8 is the x coordinate, y is in the y coordinate, 6 is in the y coordinate, and it is written as also find the coordinate of the point of division. Okay, now we have to find the point of division. We have solved the question of point of division earlier, but this is little much different because we don't know the ratio, in what ratio we will cut this length. Okay, what I have teach you earlier is to make a graph, to make the thing simpler to you to understand able. Okay, if we draw a graph and put the values of -5 and 3, it will be somewhere around here, and if we draw the graph, in the graph of the point of 8 and 6, it will be around here. And we don't know where is the point of division, but we have that y-axis divides the point, and we can see that y-axis divide the points, but we don't know in what ratio y-axis is dividing the point. That's the thing, we don't know the ratio of point of division. Just we have the knowledge of that y-axis is divide the joint. Okay, let's see. If we are watch this, the y-axis divide, if we want to find out the point of coordinate, point of division. Okay, let's see. Y-axis divide mean in x coordinate, is there is any point or is there is any distance in x-axis, in x coordinate? No, there is no distance in x-axis, only the distance in y-axis. It is on x-axis, if we talk about, it is on origin. We don't have the x-axis of this point of division, we have only of what we have is y-axis. So make it clear, or make this thing remember to yourself. If in any question the word is y-axis divide the points, well, say, or the point is on the y-axis, make it simpler, the point is on the y-axis, that means we have x-axis, we don't have any x-axis, we don't have any x-axis coordinates or x-axis distance. So if we don't have, that means we have 0 x-axis point. So what I have written here, point of division lie on y-axis, that's why we have x is equal to 0, but we don't know the y-axis distance. What we know only is the x-axis, that we don't have, we have to find the y-axis. Okay, simple, we have 2 points and we have written x1 x2 y1 y2 of these 2 points, sorry. Okay, we will solve it by the ratio formula, absolutely, because we have the question asking to us is to find out the ratio, the point of division. So we are solving this by the point of division formula. Where is y is equal to m1 y2 plus m2 y1, where is that? We have solved always with both x and y. No, here we will play a trick. Okay, the simple trick is if in a formula, if we have two unknown term, we can't solve it, we have to make equations of them. So instead of that, what we will do is to make only one unknown. How it will going? Because we know what is the x, we have x is equal to 0, that's why we are putting the x coordinate formula, not the y coordinate formula, because in y coordinate y is unknown and also the m1 m2 is unknown, so we have both two unknown variables. So that's why instead of that we are solving just only by x-axis and putting the x is equal to 0, solving it, and now we will got the ratio m1 ratio m2 is 5 ratio 8. The simplification is very simple, don't confuse over it. Okay, and now we will again put the ratio formula. In this formula we will solve for the y is equal to m1 y2 plus y2 m1 divided by m1 plus y2. We are solving with y because we have to know the y. We know the x is equal to 0, but we don't know the y, so that's why we are solving for the with the y. And now we know the m1 and m2, so that's why we know the m1 and m2. We have put the every what we have points, and now we have the point of division here, and we have y is equal to 54 upon 13. That's the point of division in y coordinate. And in x coordinate we already know there is no distance in x coordinate. Why? because the point of division lie on y-axis. This is the statement which is given in our question. That's the key statement. So from that statement we recognize that we don't have any x distance, so x will be 0, and putting that x point division, we have known the m1 and m2 means the ratios, and then we using the formula of y coordinate point of division, we have know the y coordinate, and after you have, when we have put the using this y coordinate formula, when we get to know the m1 and m2. Thank you so much, and if you have any query about this, frequently ask me in the comment box. Thank you so much.